Bam! How's it going, guys? Token Vaping. So today's flavor review is a new flavor in a new line that I've been really wanting to try. I've been talking to this gentleman behind the scenes for a little bit now, and I was finally able to acquire some of his juices that he makes. So I definitely was really excited. He is based in it's Adelaide, South Australia. So that's actually really cool. I'm becoming a big fan of trying and reviewing juices from outside the country, just because, you know, different type of facilities, different types of concentrates, different types of ingredients and facilities that are used. So it does put a little bit of a twist on what we're used to, so to speak. So it's really a huge honor to be able to finally be able to try this line out. It's called The Philosophical Vapor. He is on Instagram and Facebook. He also has an email address, and he also provides his mobile number. If you reach out to him, he will provide that so that you have full access to him. Really down-to-earth guy, really easy to talk to, you know, takes this stuff very seriously and will always be upfront about everything that he does. But this was one of the bottles that I was able to acquire. And they are in smaller size bottles, but that's to ensure first that you do like the flavor and things like that, especially if you're from outside the country, meaning Australia. So, I mean, it does take time and effort to put into this, and it does cost to ship. So, I mean, instead of, you know, spending a lot of money on something and not being sure if you like it or not, he does provide the ability to get the smaller bottles at first to try. So that's actually really cool. But like I said, he's based mainly on Instagram and Facebook. So definitely give him a look up and definitely check him out. So I was sent a few flavors, and I'm definitely going to delve into them. Now, I couldn't wait, and this is actually one of the newer flavors that he did, and it's a New York cheesecake, and anybody that knows me knows I grew up in New York, so cheesecake is my #1 flavor. It's about the only dessert that I will actually eat in physical form. So when I'm told that it's a New York cheesecake flavor, I had to try it first. So there are other flavors. I will do reviews on those as well. That red subscribe button, if you click on that, it will keep you posted when I do have a new one come out. But it is a 70-30 mix, and if you contact him and let him know what nicotine ratio you are looking for, he will let you know what he is able to provide as far as level-wise like that. Mine is in a 3, so we're going to go ahead and check this out. I will do a vape on it first. It is going on a fresh cotton wick, as you can see right here. Quick shout out to USV, the United Society of Vape. They are the makers of this USVL mod that I use in my reviews. And as always, Texas Tough Cotton. I just like the way that it works. It's quick and easy to use, especially if you're in a hurry. Has little to no break-in time, which is why I'm a big fan of it. So you basically will get full flavor right off the bat, and I'm a big fan of that. So as you can see, they are handy little unicorn-style bottles with the needle tips on them. Definitely has a cheesecake odor to that. Now, what I'm going to be really interested to see, he is one of the first ones that I have seen that is offering a cheesecake flavor that doesn't have a topping to it, meaning like there's no fruit added to it or flavoring like that. It's supposed to just be a straight cheesecake. And I'm going to assume the graham cracker crust in there as well. So that is a first that I'm not used to seeing. So I'm really curious to see if that got captured in this. There is a creaminess distinct of an actual cheesecake that isn't obviously a yogurt or a custard or anything like that, which is why I think a lot of people use another flavor to offset that, so that it helps create a different flavor profile specific, and it's not such a set flavor that people know very specific. So I'm going to go ahead and just get that going. Like I said, it is a 70-30. So the flavor and the cloud should be pretty abundant on both sides. And we will check that out here as of right now. So I'm going to go ahead and cap this up. And as always, for my reviews, I'm vaping at 75 watts. And this is, I believe it's called Hello Newman. Which, if you are fans of the show, Seinfeld, you'll get that. But this is the New York style cheesecake flavor from the Philosophical Vapor. Okay, so I was able to get a good shot of flavor out of that. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick re-drip, And that's just to ensure that if there is anything I am missing out of this, I want to make sure that I do try to get it before I give a solid response and opinion on this. The last thing I want to do is misinform anybody about the flavor itself and then have somebody come back at me and think that I was leaving something out on purpose. Okay, so flavor-wise, it definitely has the essence of a cheesecake. The aftertaste definitely has that after effect of, you know, just a regular style cheesecake. No fancy, you know, additives to that as far as a topping or glaze or anything like that, which is nice. The cheesecake itself does have a nice creaminess of a flavor to that by itself without having to add anything to that. So it's definitely nice to see somebody going to that at that extent and just saying, hey, let's just try something just basic with that. Now, it may just be me. Everybody does have a difference of taste preferences and a different sensitivity to certain style flavors and maybe some of the ingredients that are used. The aftertaste has a slight little harsh kick. It's not too bad to where it makes your throat hurt or like it's a scratchiness, but there is a slight hit to it on the tail end that it's kind of hard to place for me, honestly. And it's really, really subtle. It's not something that it's not a super harsh hit. It's not something that makes me want to gag or cough or anything like that. It's just off the vape, it goes, the cheesecake flavor, it goes into the creaminess of it. And then just on that tail end, there's just a slight little hit. And I'm not sure if that's supposed to be the graham cracker crust effect of it or not. But the overall creaminess of the cheesecake is there. That part I do like. It's just trying to figure out that slight little kick on the end. While I have you guys on camera, I'm going to try one thing real fast. I don't normally do this on my reviews, and generally I haven't had to just because everything has pretty much worked out, you know, for the most part on that. But I know sometimes there's juices you come across that actually do work better at a higher wattage, and unfortunately the USV mod only maxes at 75 watts. So I'm going to go ahead and try this and just bump up the wattage just a slight bit to see if maybe it's because it needs to have a little bit more of a hit to it for that. So as you can see there, I'm going to do this on 80 watts. Okay. I'm going to say it's a wattage thing. And that's not a bad thing. It just, the difference in just the five increments going from 75 to 80 watts definitely smoothed it out a bit more. It did not heat it up. It's not a hot vape, but that little kick on the end that I was trying to figure out what it was, I don't taste it at 80 watts. So I don't know if it's just that it just needs to have a little bit more of a hit to it to heat up a little bit more just to get a more fuller effect. But like I said, from 75 to 80 watts, I did notice a slight taste difference. The creaminess of the cheesecake is there. I do like that a lot. But this is definitely something that is, I believe, meant to be vaped at a higher wattage, or at least I noticed a more fuller flavor at a higher wattage. So if you are a low wattage vapor, unfortunately nowadays there are a lot of flavors that are, you know, leaning towards the higher wattage vapes. So you might want to look into that before you purchase any of them. But definitely check out The Philosophical Vaper. He's on Instagram. He's on Facebook. You can email him directly. He's always there to talk to. He'll always message you back if he doesn't respond right away. As always, guys, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I can do myself to help further enhance your vaping experience and make it more enjoyable for you, it's the only reason why I do this. So definitely reach out to me and let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, a particular video that you'd like to see done. I will do everything in my power to make that happen. But until next time, as always, thank you for watching. Always truly love yourself. Vape on, vape strong. Have a good one, guys.